Captain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop it?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
From the gun, the running back has it. Let's take a second about Arizona State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't. It in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Butler. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. So Texas A&M's offense will first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To throw, it's McMillan. He's got it down the middle. No chance to run, but still a good game.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Off play action on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top. The play action fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Looking for more room.
The most annoying thing in the world for a defense is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's McMillan. Lets it fly. Connection to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. A nice job there picking up the first down.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Fires left. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Aggies! Found some open space and turned on the Jets. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. And a sack. All the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Carr. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Makes the catch. It's Carr.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll try the run. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you...
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Makes the grab on the left. And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Carr. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Catch in the middle, it's Butler. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Sun Devils! A great catch and run for 6. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. He will be successful.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. He's going to take off. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's got great speed. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The screen, he can go. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. 2nd down coming up. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Reads it, fires complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught over the middle. It's Carr.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Sun Devils in the hurry up. They'll send the tight end in motion. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Butler. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense... expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The RPO, it's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Arizona State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Aggies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's McMillan. Right down the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. The Sun Devils heading quickly to the line. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
And the Sun Devils line it up with a 1st and goal. Quickly complete. And he will score! Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Sets up the screen. Creates a little room. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The offense changing the play. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This time it's complete. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Wants to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Second and goal for this offense. Calls his own number. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's McMillan. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll try to do it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He cannot get there, it'll be 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking for a gap. It's Carr. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coach...
There he goes! He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Give to the fullback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to him again. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go to the ground. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Got it in the middle. It's Butler. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
It's a turnover on downs.
Looking for a man. It's McMillan. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Texas A&M going quickly.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Aggies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Give to the fullback. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
He'll step out of bounds at the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's McMillan. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Texas A&M. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Intercepted, number 19. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
2nd down, he'll throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking to pass, it's McMillan. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that